E o exército dos Estados Unidos estava preparado até o mês passado para uma operação que confiscaria o urânio enriquecido do Irã. Mas o presidente americano Donald Trump impediu a missão. O repórter da CNN Internacional, Zachary Cohen, explica o assunto.
We're told by multiple sources that the top U.S. general, chairman of the Joint Chiefs, Dan Kane, made an urgent and secret trip to Tampa, Florida to visit Centcom headquarters, which is located there, flying all the way back from Europe, where he was meeting with NATO officials to receive an in-person briefing on an operation to potentially send the military into Iran and forcefully remove its stockpile of highly enriched uranium. Now, we're told that Kane only spent a few hours on the ground at Centcom headquarters before flying back to D.C. and briefing President Donald Trump on those potential options. Trump ultimately pausing any sort of military operation to seize that uranium. But this moment does underscore just how close the United States came to launching what has been described to us by multiple sources as a high-risk, high-potential casualty military operation, and one that still remains on the table even as the U.S. and Iran continue to negotiate and try to come to some sort of a resolution as the result of this ongoing conflict. Now, the two sides have still not yet reached a memorandum of understanding, an initial agreement to enter into technical negotiations, which would include negotiations around Iran's nuclear program. But even so, the question of how the U.S. might remove, secure, or destroy that uranium remains unclear. An administration official telling reporters just Friday that the technical details of how to destroy or secure that uranium remains a challenge and one that will have to be worked out over time. And that's in a situation where Iran even agrees to allow the U.S. into those nuclear facilities where this uranium is believed to be stored deep underground, buried as a result of those U.S. airstrikes just last year. So it remains to be seen ultimately what will happen to Iran's stockpile of highly enriched uranium, whether it will be an issue resolved by negotiations between the two countries, or if the U.S. military will ultimately be called upon to attempt to go in and seize it themselves. Zachary Cohen, CNN, Washington.